August 19th, 2020. Inside the International Space Station, Russian cosmonaut Ivan Wagner is recording a video of the Southern Lights when suddenly his camera captures what appears to be a formation of unidentified spacecraft above the Earth.
Wagner was on duty, and inadvertently he saw 5 objects moving at the same speed. He filmed them, and he sent them on for further study and analysis.
It was an amazing piece of footage. These objects come into frame, which seems to be of 5 lights, and then suddenly disappear. It happens quite fast in the video. 1 minute it's there, the next minute it's gone.
Wagner immediately posted the video on Twitter, and many people claimed that the clip was evidence of an extraterrestrial spacecraft.
The video is very interesting because when you look at the video, it was speeded up. It turns out that these lights actually were visible by the astronaut for about 50 seconds, which is quite long. So sometime later, he comes back with a second story saying, maybe I misidentified them, you know? So we don't know if really NASA leaned on this astronaut to say, look, you know, change your story a little bit, or that he generally did think he made a mistake.
A number of mainstream scientists quickly dismissed the lights as misidentified satellites, which would have seemed to put the matter to rest, except for the fact that American astronaut Leroy Chow had a similar sighting back in 2005.
We were on a spacewalk to install navigation antennas outside of the International Space Station. We were in that transition zone part of the orbit where we're going from night to day. And right at that moment, I saw what looked like 5 lights flying in formation in kind of an inverted check mark. There was no time to take a picture of it. It just happened in just a couple of seconds. Then we burst into sunrise and everything was gone. When I saw the lights, I knew they were unusual, but I really didn't assign any big deal to them. I just thought they were a satellite constellation, and I really didn't give it any other thought. And it wasn't until later that we got these reports that people were reporting that I had spotted UFOs. There was theories that that might be an alien spacecraft.
Is it possible that the various recent sightings of strange phenomena above Earth are evidence that there is intelligent life in the universe, and that extraterrestrials are secretly monitoring our planet? Many researchers claim that the answer is yes, because astronauts are highly credible witnesses.
When you look at the number of sightings of UFOs and anomalous phenomena by astronauts, the possibilities are hugely exciting, because generally astronauts are the sorts of people who, as witnesses, are unimpeachable.
Astronauts are absolutely the best observers of anything that's out there. Their attention to detail is incredible, and they make absolutely amazing observers. So when we do get reports of something strange being seen, you can pretty much take that to the bank, because they've kind of looked at all the possible rational explanations and not come up with anything.
The recent sightings made by astronauts are not the first time that mysterious objects have been encountered above our planet. In fact, there are similar reports that date back to the beginning of the space age. In 1965, during the Gemini 4 mission, astronaut Jim McDivitt reported photographing a mysterious object outside his capsule.
Jim McDivitt was one of the first astronauts to see something unexplained in space. He saw what looked like a cylindrical spacecraft or a cylindrical object with antennas sticking out. He didn't know what it was.
He said it was quite a large object and was moving quite fast towards them. He described it as a shape of a can of beer with a prong sticking out of one end. And he had absolutely no idea what this thing was. So he grabs the nearest camera and snaps it, but he's clever. In case there's something wrong with this one, grabs a second camera and takes another photograph. And of course, he relays this information back to NASA.
2 days after McDivitt's encounter, the Gemini 4 mission ended and the crew returned to Earth. The film from McDivitt's camera was then processed by NASA technicians. But when McDivitt reviewed the images, he didn't see a cylindrical object with a large antenna sticking out.
James McDivitt was curious as what the hell was up there that was close to his craft. So sometime later, he was looking through the images of this camera, and he can't find it. All he can find is some blur obscurity. And he thinks to himself, well, is it because the camera was out of focus? So he grabs the images of the second camera, and he's looking at those photographs. And lo and behold, it's not on there neither. Just another obscurity.
The photos didn't come out really well. So what was it? We still don't know. Now, a lot of people say, wait, there was a cover-up about this, that there was indeed a genuine photo buried in a vault somewhere at NASA headquarters.